Aloha from Hawaii again, Dr. C on Chi TV. I get asked this quite a bit, okay? Dr. C, what is the difference between exercise and physical activity? Because you know what? There is a big difference, and a lot of people need to understand what that difference is. Okay, so if you are washing the dishes, vacuuming, mowing the lawn, going for a walk, you're not exercising, okay? That's called physical activity, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not structured, it's not mapped out, it's not scientifically planned. No sport within itself is exercise. You might think of it as exercise, but it's not inclusive to the development of the entire being. For example, do NHL hockey players in the middle of the game get down on the ice and start stretching and doing a yoga program? No, they don't. Okay, so there's value associated with the sport itself, but it's not defined as exercise, it's defined as physical activity, and all physical activity has value. So I'm not saying that whatever you're doing has no value. It has measurable value. But whatever it is you're doing that you think you're doing to compensate for actual exercise, like maybe you're a bricklayer or maybe you're a server in a busy restaurant, maybe you think that you can compensate for not going to the gym by doing that. No, you're wrong. You have to go to the gym. You have to find a way to make the criteria, to blend the criteria that defines exercise into your life so that you get the value. And this is especially true as we age. Many sports are unilateral. Like for example, a pitcher usually throws with one arm. A javelin thrower, a discus thrower, a shot putter. Most of us in our sport use one side of our body that completely neglects the other side in terms of using the other side. So what you can do in the gym that you can't do on the field when you're playing your sport is bring balance to the whole body and protect yourself from long-term disproportion. And when you're not proportionately developing yourself in life, eventually that disproportion manifests itself and you become prone to weakness or an injury or some kind of dis-ease, some kind of inflammatory condition. We need balance, we need structure, and this is how you maintain it in this world where we're using less and less of our physical bodies. Remember that going to the gym builds symmetry, and many sports do not. Exercise is a science that is structured, that you, with some calculation and forethought, put together to achieve a certain end, and also you measure the outcome, you measure the effects through the process. You don't normally do that with freestyle activity. Now here's another analogy, okay? Think of the sun in our solar system, okay? All the planets revolving around it, okay? The sun feeds the earth, okay? We need its light. Now, physical activity is the sun, and the earth you could think of as a special kind of physical activity called exercise. And then the other planets that are revolving are other kinds of physical activity, okay? So exercise means that you have reached an understanding that you need to manage a phenomenon of aging called sarcopenia. This is muscle wasting. There's a decline in our bone mass, in our liver mass. This is why we shrink as we age. Okay, we want to offset this. We want to minimize it. We want to delay all the bad stuff as long and as much as possible. So exercising must include weights. It must include resistance training. That's absolutely critical, but it's no more critical than flexibility, aerobic capacity training, okay? You've got to combine them all. You've got to find a way to make it all happen, because that's what it takes to spell out exercise. And keep this in mind too, because physical activity can be light, can be moderate, can be very intense, but you want your exercise program to be more moderate to intense. That's the time in your life when you're dedicated towards a specific end, and then you take that value that you create in the gym, on the field, in the pool, you take that value that you work so hard to achieve, and then you utilize the benefits of the shape that you create And physical activity in life becomes easy. Instead of taking an elevator, you use the stairs. Instead of jumping in the car and driving 3 blocks, you walk 10K. Not a problem. It's a snap because you're in great shape. And how old are you? Are you only 20 or 30 or 40? No, you're 60, 70, 80 in doing this. I know because I'm one of those people, and I know thousands of those people that are all doing it because they're motivated and they understand the difference between physical activity and exercise. So we need to get really focused on creating an exercise program. Okay, this is Dr. C on Chi TV. There is no life without Chi.